afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the June 1st edition of First Flight Rotary Club. Sorry I couldn't make it last week. If I had, you would have seen my Jeremiah Johnson face. So today you get the Butch Cassidy face. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. John, would you like to lead us?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stan, would you like to give our invocation?
Sure, bow your heads, please. Some of us today came early and we watched a Rotary meeting with presentations from Rotarians in the Ukraine. And it was heart-rendering to see everything that they're still doing, and their actual membership in their district, Rotary district in Ukraine, has actually increased because of the example that the Rotarians there have set. In such horrible and hard times, they are gaining members because they are doing the right thing and doing good in their part of the world. And it's amazing. And I want you to take to heart that we as Rotarians, even though our crisis, this crisis isn't here, we have seen that in the past with hurricanes and whatever, that we as Rotarians become stronger when disasters happen. But when there isn't a disaster in our area, we can still help other Rotarians in other areas do good. Amen.
All right, want to remind everybody that 50/50 tickets are still being sold. If you don't have your tickets, go ahead and get them. We'll do the drawing toward the end of the meeting.
So far, we got an $80 pot. Big one.
Let's see. Visiting Rotarians, we have future member Joyce Schaefer here, and she has a guest.
Yes, my nephew, Nick, stand up. It's my nephew, Nick Martino. I'm real proud because he's also, well, he's an in-between Rotarian right now. He was a founding member of the Lexington Club in Virginia. And he lives up near Stanton, or in Stanton, and he's going to be joining another club again soon. He's not working in Lexington anymore, so he moved, like me. Not here, which he should. Anyway, he also worked a lot with the Rotary Foundation there.
Good.
Oh, wow.
Good for you.
Hey, great, glad to have
Part
you,
of
Nick.
it to this year.
Stan, would you like to do our Rotary minute?
Yeah, something that we did today, we had a mini board meeting. Because our district has, the way our district runs, you guys understand how our club runs in the fact that we have a board of directors, we vote on issues, and we have bylaws and a constitution. These things are required by Rotary International. As a district, the district is not encouraged to have bylaws and a constitution and a board of directors. The governing body of the district is the district governor and the district governor's staff and chair people of committees. And the district is run by resolution, meaning every year they have to vote on how the finances are done, how the governors are nominated throughout the district, and for instance, where the district conference is going to be held in the following year. So we took care of that. We're still trying to catch up as a district from the pandemic and get things back on track. This should have been done a few months ago, but it's done as of the end of today for us, by the end of the week or next week for the district. so that we, as a club of 38 or 39 now, maybe 40, we have two voting delegates or 2 votes on this, and we voted positive on all of those. So that's how the district is run. The Rotary International is run by bylaws and constitution. So those are the 3 layers of government within Rotary International down to the club level. So we'll help you understand that more as we get into some more of the mechanics, because there's another level in there called the zone. There's 35 zones in the world, and we happen to be in zone 33 or 34 zones. And our partner, 2 zones to a district coordinator, which is a board member of Rotary International. Zone 33 is Mid-Atlantic, Pennsylvania down through South Carolina. Zone 34 is Georgia, Florida, all the Bahamas, and 1 little country in South America. I don't know why we got them, but they got them. So it's a very interesting zone, because they have 23 languages in that zone. Very challenging for the district governor to travel also, because he usually flies from Miami, then back to another island, which is very interesting things in Rotary.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Stan.
Got carried away. How unusual.
That's great. Yeah, we had a very efficient board meeting.
It was.
Yeah, short and sweet. Don sent me an email this morning, and some of you might have also got it. I remember the water project we're doing in Honduras, or we're helping to fund it with several other clubs. They have hit water. They have done their surveying. They found the water 360 feet deep. It's classified, the locals call it sweet water, which means it's not salty, because they're on an island out in the Caribbean, and it tastes good. But they're still gonna have it tested.
Sure.
And they've got to order the pipes and all the materials for the project. So they've got the well done, and they've drilled down and found some good water, so that project is moving forward.
Is there anything else we need to do on that?
I have a feeling we'll probably get another request for some funds once the thing gets going. We got that, this thing's been going on a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think 3 now.
Yeah, and just the way that materials have gone up over the last 3 years, you know,
Yeah.
I have a feeling their preliminary projections are gonna have to be revised, and they're gonna probably come to another request for funding from us. Jay, what's going on with the big green egg?
The big green egg, 1/5 of the tickets are sold. So definitely spread the word out. We need to probably Facebook share it. If you got a friend, I'm gonna try to make it over to Kitty Hawk Rotary and see. I think Mark Hellman needs to buy green egg.
Several, yeah.
There's a few people.
Is- Question on this, is there an opportunity, can we swap that for something else if you're getting it from a certain hardware store in town?
Like,
Instead of a green
I know,
egg,
but
it'll
like
ever.
what?
As far as the item or the.
Yeah.
I would, I mean, we already sold tickets for
I
the
know.
green egg. I think we should just.
No, but if I want, this is personal now. If I want,
That's a tough one, because kind of the plan was to get a green egg at
Yeah.
some point.
Okay.
but
that's all I want.
Maybe. Laura, what do you think of that?
I don't want a green egg, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
I
take
think,
it back, exchange it.
Yeah.
Stan, I think if you had a new big green egg grill, I don't think you would
Give it to
have any
another member.
problems horse trading that.
Yeah.
I think you could work something out.
I could
somewhere.
raffle it, my own personal raffle and get one.
Yeah.
And this is the time to get the word out, because people, especially after this last weekend, a lot of people are into grilling now.
Yeah. Do we have pamphlets or anything printed on that?
I do the practice. So I'll email something out
Yeah. That'd be great, then, yeah, make it easy to
I'd
distribute.
be willing to take a couple of tickets to sell, and if we had some kind of promotional 8.5 by 11 sign I could put on
Yeah.
the office
I'll
door,
definitely have that.
I could do that.
Yeah, it's a good
I'll
idea.
send it out to the club information.
Great.
And if you're not going to a work weekend at an unnamed location in Bertie County in 2 Saturdays, I can take some tickets up there and try to sell some.
I'm not, yes.
I mean, face it, guys, you know, we've all been hit up to buy stuff from other people's fundraisers.
Yep.
And the way this works is, okay, Lori, I bought your tickets last year. I want you to buy this $50 ticket from me now.
Yeah.
So the projected date was May the 23rd. Right now, I think if we get, I mean, it kind of depends. At the rate we're selling them, it'll be a great Christmas present. But, I mean, honestly, once we clear 70 or 80 tickets, I mean, we're in reasonable money. I mean, if we get 100 tickets sold, it's $3,500 that we net on this.
It's the person who bought 2 that was asking. It's the 23rd pass.
Yeah, since we weren't quite there, most of the people, well, everyone that I talked to that had purchased tickets like, well, instead of making it a 50-50, because that was the original plan, if we didn't have at least 50 or 60 tickets sold, we would just make it a 50-50 raffle. But everyone seemed to want the green egg or shot, so we're kind of extending that.
I think we just need to make an effort to sell
Yeah.
these tickets.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, will you come record a commercial?
I mean,
I'll get you to the studio, come, send me 90 words.
all right.
I'll get you over to
Dick,
record.
you have something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that when I was a kid, we had a very simple solution. We simply asked the police to go around and tell all the shopkeepers that they had to buy a ticket or else. That was the cause.
Yeah.
And you didn't die while you got shot. That's right. That's right. That reminds me of another friend from Chicago, Warren Keel, who passed away several years ago. He loved Chinese food, but he had very high expectations. And the reason was because his father had a garage in Chicago, and there was a Chinese gentleman that would bring his car in to get worked on, and Warren would play with this Chinese gentleman's son, who was the same age. They both ended up growing up to be engineers, by the way.
Wow.
Well, when Warren passed away, his sister told us that the reason Warren could go all over the Chinese section of Chicago and nobody bothered him was because this kid's father was the head of the Tong.
Wow.
So, anyway, but on to something more local. All right, June 15th is the youth tournament on the piers here,
Oh, cool.
sponsored by Nags Head Surf Fishing Club and Beach Buggy Association and the Sea Hags, and the Outer Banks Visitors Bureau, Cisco Foods, and Outer Banks Anglers Club. So if anybody has children or grandchildren that 4 to 16 that would be interested in participating, it's a great event, and I think it goes from 8 to 12 that day. Anyway, let you know what's going on. We helped out with that a few years ago.
Yeah, do they need any help?
Well, when they brought the poster by, I was out of town, so they have not mentioned it. But if anybody wanted to volunteer, let me know and I'll pass it along to them. Dick, do you have anything for us as the Sergeant at Arms?
Not today, I don't. I haven't read the brand new book.
Oh, my God. What?
Yeah,
It's here.
I know it, there. I got it yesterday.
Oh, I haven't got it.
Yeah, mine came yesterday. Came to my PO box, so residences will
Sure, you will
probably
all
get it.
read it before next week. Please.
Okay, are there any more other announcements from the floor? Okay, let's do Happy Dollars.
Who's that?
Always. Just about. Anybody over there?
Anybody over here?
And you have, I'm happy. And this $103. Okay. Item one, my grandchild, my granddaughter is graduating high school this Friday. And the other half of that, of course, she's starting college in Delaware next September. So I was a state student. The other $2 that you owe me, Lori, goes to the fact that this past week I had my old buddy, my oldest friend,
Yeah.
who's 14 months older than I am. He's the only person I know cannot say young man to. I can say young man or young woman to all of you. And everywhere I can say young whatever. But he's 14 months older. Anyway, I mentioned this last week, I believe. We met on a troop transport going east out of San Francisco back 76 years ago. So, with that, yeah.
Thanks, Dick. Take care. Just take his money. Take her money.
Well, I missed the meeting last Wednesday. I went to Raleigh to spend the afternoon with my best friend who was here from England. In fact, he's on a flight now going back to London. And it's been, because of COVID and restrictions, leaving the UK, coming anywhere, on any of the flights. It's been about 3.5 years since we've actually been able to get together. And so it's a very enjoyable afternoon.
Congratulations.
Dan, I know you're happy.
Always happy. Not sure why. Stuff's good. It's good to see Joyce.
Clarence, you happy?
That's future member choice.
Yeah. Not that I would.
I'm
ever say.
happy. I am happy to be back. It was 30 degrees when we got on the plane in Cody and 90 when we got off of it in the RDU. But we had a great time, it's always good to be home.
Well, I'm always happy, but we went this past weekend. My brother-in-law had a baby back in January, and they live in LA. And I love cities about as much as I love warts. Maybe not that bad, but I'm just not a city person. So the second largest city in the nation is just not my cup of tea. Fortunately, it was a short trip. I still carry on hope for my kids. One of the things they said when we were in New York last year was, "Daddy, people here are weird." And after seeing a homeless person talking to himself or the bush, I'm not quite sure, they're like, "Is there somebody we're not seeing that he's talking to?" I said, "I don't know, honey. Just don't look. Keep walking straight. We'll probably be okay." And we were. So, and then it's just, I'm just happy to be back. The Outer Banks. Oh, yeah.
Happy to be on vacation and be here to join you all for lunch.
Yeah, we're glad to have you, man.
Have you.
And thank you to all the happy people today. See, let's announce the 50-50 winner.
Program.
What?
We got a program.
Oh, come on up.
I'll make it real short and sweet. It's kind of a stand-in because we didn't have a program today. Since retiring, I have put a lot of my effort into the Outer Banks Dementia Friendly Coalition. So how many people in here have had a family member that has dementia or Alzheimer's? Keep your hands up. How many people have a friend who has a family member who has had Alzheimer's or dementia? Okay, every hand in this room is raised. So that's what we're about, Outer Banks Dementia Friendly Coalition. We want to make Outer Banks dementia friendly so that those people that have dementia and their caregivers are not isolated in their own homes. So we have done, I've got brochures and I can give everybody one. We've done several things. I have trained restaurants and businesses to be dementia friendly so that their staff, when you walk in, if someone has dementia, they know how to react and know how to communicate with them. And then they receive the Purple Seahorse decal, which is on their, should be on their door. We've trained restaurants, banks, all the town bank branches, Dare County Transportation, Dare County DSS, the Outer Banks Hospital, and the Outer Banks Hospital was the first dementia-friendly hospital in North Carolina. So we, and the visitor center as well. So that's part of what we do. The other part of what we do, and I'll, again, it's in your brochure, in the brochure I'll give you. We have a support group, dementia support group, caregiver support group. We have a one-on-one. So if somebody is taking care of a loved one or taking care of someone with dementia, then the person from the committee coalition could help them one-on-one work through that process. We have a Caregiver Day Out, which is what we just started March 21st. It's at Parks and Rec and KDH. And the person, the caregiver can drop the person with dementia off with us from 9:30 to 1. And we engage them in activities. One of the things that we're trying really hard with this program is to make sure that it's a purposeful thing. That it's not just something that's going to entertain them, because that's not what they want. They want to know that they have a purpose, that they still matter. And then the caregiver can go do what they want to do. They can go recharge. The best story I have is lady dropped her husband off, and she says early on, she said, "I'm going to go home and do taxes." And I'm like, "Really? That's what you're going to do with your free time? You're going to go do taxes? Why not do the taxes?" Okay. She comes back and I said, "So how'd the taxes go?" She said, "I didn't do them. I went to the beach and did Tai Chi." And you know, that's exactly what she should have done. That's exactly what she needed to do. So the other thing that we're doing with the Caregiver Day Out program is that we're trying to do things that are going to give back to the community so that the participants still feeling that they're included. So we've done a lot. We've made Easter bonnets, donated them to Peak Resources for their clients, their residents. We hand painted watercolor Mother's Day cards and gave those to Spring Arbor. We made dog pull toys and donated to SPCA. It just gives them, again, it's a purpose for them, and they feel like that they've done something worthwhile. And the other part of that is that it's an all volunteer program for us, and it's free to the participants. There's no cost for it. So if you know anybody that's caring for someone with dementia, please share our information. We have room for the Caregiver Day Out. We have room in all of our programs, and we'd be happy to help in any way we can. That's it.
Hey, Diane, I want to make a comment. I don't know if y'all know this, but I've worked at different restaurants at night, and a lot of the restaurants that I work at have been trained by Diane and her crew. And every single night, almost without fail, you have to, you've got dementia, people walk in with dementia, and that training has made a huge difference. I mean, it's a phenomenal program. So thank you. I mean, it just happened last night. So yeah, it's a great program.
Good job.
Thank you, Diane. Now let's do the 50-50.
All righty now, let's see. Well, you know what? Normally I'll let the speaker, I'm gonna let our guests do this today, if that's all right. All right, we'll just make sure So what I'm gonna have you do is draw out one of the tickets and set it to
That
the
means
side.
I can't win.
Set that over to the side. I know, I'm out too, so, and then draw 3 more and set them to another side. Okay, all y'all green tickets are in. Yep, great. All right, so that's, call out your first one, that's gonna be our
The single
50, Oh, it's on, come out to, yes.
879085.
Right here. Really? That's what you get for bringing it to a meeting, right?
One away.
You got it. Would you like to dance?
It's his fault. Yeah, they're gonna pull 3 more cards.
Oh, yes, they does. We got 3 more numbers. Here you go, my dear.
Yeah.
Way 11 of them.
Hot list.
All right, then. And if you want to just holler out those other 3 numbers, people still have a chance to win gift cards.
The white ticket 990.
990.
White ticket.
990.
Oh, you know what?
990.
It is me, so draw another one. Let's call out an alternate. How about, yeah, 052. Green ticket.
Green ticket 052.
Which one?
052.
He paid the most. He deserves to win.
You get a card or you get his boots.
I get to get for it.
That has been signed, just let me know.
Everybody says.
Next number.
073 green ticket.
That's you again.
Oh, about
So
time.
you can get a gift card or you can go to the movies, and it's a movie pass for Then there you go. All righty then. And then your last one?
White ticket 887.
First one.
887.
Yes, sir.
Here.
Yes.
Movies or card? All right.
You know what
All right, guys.
Good job.
All right, great. Thank you, everybody, for bought the tickets. And congratulations to the winners.
$82 in the pot, by the way.
$82 plus last week's pot. We're getting into real money.
Yeah, get around 500.
All right, let's say a 5-way test of the things we think, say, and do.
Is it true? They're all concerned. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Will it be fun? And we'll adjourn with our motto.
Service above self.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Keith, I hope you have a boring week.